Have you ever felt like you're running on empty, pouring your heart into people who never refill your cup? What if the secret to reclaiming your power lies not in shouting or pleading, but in silence, in withdrawing? Imagine this. You stop being available emotionally, physically, psychologically, and the world around you trembles. The energy shifts, people chase, question, unravel. Carl Jung's psychology reveals a truth. When you embrace the power of silence, everything changes. Today, we'll uncover how to set boundaries, protect your energy, and break free from emotional manipulation to become the sovereign of your own soul. Picture yourself as a well endlessly pouring water for anyone who asks, but never refilled. That's the trap of always being available, a cage that saps your psychic energy. From childhood, you've been conditioned to say yes, to answer every call, to please others, to feel worthy. But every forced yes, when your heart screams no, steals a piece of your soul. You're stuck in a cycle of people pleasing, draining yourself to avoid rejection, to cling to those who don't truly see you. Carl Jung called this the persona, a mask you wear to be loved, needed, accepted. Here's the brutal truth. The more available you are, the less you're valued. You're like an emotional vending machine. Press a button, get comfort, validation, attention. They take, then walk away, leaving you empty. You're not a person to them, you're a tool. But stop being available, and the mask cracks. Who panics when you don't reply? Who provokes you for a reaction? Jung said, "What irritates us about others reveals ourselves." Their desperation shows they need your emotional availability to control you. This isn't about shutting out the world. It's about self-awareness. Imagine a crowded room, hands clawing at your light. Now picture stepping back, saying no, and watching the chaos fade. That's your power. Set boundaries, and you cut the strings others pull. Protect your energy, and you reclaim what's yours. Ask yourself, how long will you let your psychic energy bleed? Who deserves your time, and who's just draining it? The moment you choose yourself, the trap shatters, and your journey begins. Now imagine this. Instead of reacting to every jab, you choose silence. Not a weak, passive hush, but a bold, unshakable force. Carl Jung's psychology reveals that silence is the fertile ground for individuation, your path to becoming whole. When you stop reacting, the game changes. Those who thrived on your emotional chaos lose their grip. They provoke, accuse, unravel. Why? Because your power of silence steals their control. Jungian psychology calls this breaking projections, the false roles others force on you. You're no longer their mirror, savior, or crutch. Silence isn't emptiness. It's strength amplified. It's refusing to fight battles that don't serve you. Picture someone baiting you into a fight, but you smile, stay quiet, and walk away. Their words dissolve, powerless. You've reclaimed your psychic energy. Jung said, "What you resist persists." Every reaction binds you to their script, but silence cuts those chains. You become a mystery, untouchable, sovereign. That terrifies those who need you predictable. Think of silence as a glowing shield. It protects your energy, letting you choose who deserves your voice. Imagine a still lake under moonlight, reflecting only truth. That's you, steady amidst chaos because you've set boundaries. Your silence forces others to face their shadows, not yours. Next time someone demands your reaction, pause, breathe, let their noise fade. You'll feel your soul strengthen. Carl Jung's psychology shows silence isn't just peace, it's power. Who gets your words, your time, your light, and who earns the gift of your silence? Why do you feel like you're running on empty? Because you've been pouring your emotional energy into those who don't value it. Every time you justify yourself, reply to a toxic text, or fix someone's chaos, you're leaking psychic energy. Carl Jung saw the psyche as a finite well. Every thought, every emotion drains it. When you're always available, you're emotionally bankrupt by midday. This is the crushing cost of emotional availability, where people-pleasing steals your light and leaves you hollow. Emotional manipulation thrives in this space. Manipulators don't need to yell, they just press your buttons. That friend who only calls in a crisis? That partner who guilts you into saving them? They're not connecting with you, they're using your role. You play it, fearing loss, rejection, loneliness, but stop people-pleasing and you'll expose them. Say no, and they'll call you cold, selfish, changed. They're not angry because you're wrong. They're angry because you're no longer useful. Jungian psychology calls this the shadow. Their hidden motives emerge when you set boundaries. Picture a glowing heart, dimming as others siphon its light. Every yes to their drama is a no to your peace. Self-love psychology flips this. Your worth lies in what you keep for yourself. Every boundary is a shield, every no a spark of freedom. Protect your energy and you'll see who stays and who fades. Carl Jung taught that energy is sacred. Why waste it on those who squander it? Pause and ask, who's been draining your light? Why do you let them? Stop being available and you'll start reclaiming your soul's fire. Emotional manipulation feeds on your reactions. Carl Jung described projections. People cast their fears, needs, shadows onto you, turning you into their canvas. The more available you are, the more you absorb their chaos. That colleague who criticizes to feel superior, that friend who guilt trips for attention, they don't see you, they see what they need you to be. But stop being available, and their projections shatter. Say no to a toxic demand, and they lash out. Stay silent in their drama, and they call you heartless. That's not about you. It's their control crumbling. Jung said, we find light by facing the darkness. Your silence forces manipulators to confront their shadows. Self-awareness is your superpower here. Notice your triggers, criticism, guilt, fear of being misunderstood. Those are the cracks where your psychic energy leaks. Protect your energy by sealing them. Breathe before replying. Walk away from chaos. Refuse to justify yourself. Picture a glowing orb in your hands, shielded from grasping tendrils. That's you, untouchable. Stop reacting, and their game collapses. Imagine a chessboard where you remove your pieces, leaving them powerless. Set boundaries, and you rewrite their script. Carl Jung, psychology shows silence is rebellion, not retreat. Next time someone pulls you into their chaos, stay still. Watch their accusations dissolve. You'll see how much they needed your reaction to feel in control. Who's been casting shadows on you? How long will you carry their weight? Stop being available, and you'll shatter the chains, stepping into radiant freedom. Carl Jung's Individuation is your quest to become whole, peeling away masks and expectations to reveal your true self. It begins with silence, not avoidance, but the sacred hush of self-discovery. When you stop being available to the world's noise, you hear your own voice. Jungian psychology teaches that growth demands sacred isolation, not loneliness, but the solitude of strength. Picture climbing a rugged mountain through fog, reaching a peak where golden light spills over a vast valley. That's individuation, your soul unbound, radiant. This path isn't easy. Set boundaries, and people will push back. They'll call you selfish, distant, arrogant, desperate to drag you into their drama. But Carl Jung knew growth requires courage. In silence, you reclaim your psychic energy. You stop replaying what you should have said, losing sleep over cruelty. You choose where your energy flows, your dreams, passions, peace. Self-love psychology isn't arrogance, it's sovereignty, declaring my energy is mine. Imagine sitting under a starry sky, journal in hand, your heart steady. That's where you find yourself. Protect your energy, and you'll craft a life that mirrors your truth. Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Every boundary is a step closer, Who's worth your light? Who pulls you from it? Stop being available to chaos, and you'll become a creator, not a reactor, shaping your reality from within. Your silence is your strength, your guide to wholeness. When you stop being available, the world doesn't end. It transforms. At first, silence feels raw, unsettling. You'll question yourself. Am I too harsh? Will I lose everyone? But then, that silence cleanses, it heals, it rebuilds you. You step into emotional freedom, no longer a puppet to others' demands. Carl Jung's psychology reveals that individuation is a rebellion against the world's noise. Picture standing on a cliff, wind in your hair, a golden horizon stretching wide. That's you, unshackled, radiant, whole. Those who leave when you set boundaries were never yours. They wanted your role, not your soul. But those who stay, honoring your silence, your no, your truth, they see you. Protect your energy, and you'll draw connections that cherish your wholeness, not your utility. Self-love psychology teaches that unavailability isn't rejection. It's reclamation. You're not cold. You're sovereign. Jungian psychology shows that stop being available sparks a revolution within. Imagine a barren desert blooming into a vibrant forest. Your steps sowing glowing seeds. That's the life you create when you choose yourself. Emotional manipulation fades, replaced by peace. Carl Jung knew this. Your energy is sacred, and you decide who deserves it. How long will you let others steal your light? Set boundaries, and you become untouchable. Not because you shut others out, but because you've claimed your power. Silence is your shield, your fire, your freedom. If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button and join our community of truth seekers. Comment silence below to let me know you're ready to protect your energy. For more tools to set boundaries and embrace individuation, check out my book, Beyond the Shadow, link in the pinned comment. Let's walk this path together.